Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Akanita Syafrina with student number F1021241025. In this video, we would like to present and explain about our results discussion about types of sentence. I, Akanita Syafrina, with my partner Salsabila Marsha Adila, Sabrina Aurelita Fasya, Syarif Naufal, Fortunata Gardias Kairisa, and Era Elvina. So we're gonna talk about the first one is introduction types of sentence, the second is affirmative sentence, the third is negative sentence, and the fourth is interrogative sentence, the fifth imperative sentence, and the sixth exclamatory sentence. So I will explain to you about introduction types of sentence. In English, sentences are the foundation of communication. A sentence is a group of words that expresses a complete thought, typically containing a subject and predicate. Understanding different types of sentence is essential for improving both writing and speaking skills. Sentence can be classified based on two aspects. The first one is function, purpose, how the sentence is used in communication. The second is structure or formation, how the sentence is constructed. In this presentation, we will focus on types of sentence based on function, which include affirmative sentence, which is a statement, and negative sentence, denial or negation. The third is interrogative sentence, question, and the fourth is imperative sentence. It's like commands, requests, and advice. And the last one is exclamatory sentence. It's expressing strong emotion.
Okay, now we're done with our introduction. So now let's move to our first type of sentences, that is affirmative sentence. So what is an affirmative sentence? Affirmative sentence is a sentence that states a positive statement or a fact. In other words, it's used when we want to express something clearly and directly without any negation. For example, let's take a look at its definition. The definition of affirmative sentence is a sentence that states a fact, an opinion, or an event in a positive way. It does not contain any negative words and is used to provide information or express an idea. Now let's talk about its characteristic. The characteristics of affirmative sentences is 1. Follow the basic structure. The structure is subject plus verb plus object or complement. Then the second characteristic is affirmative sentences does not contain negation words like not. And the last is whether it's a fact, an opinion, or an event, it's always directly express something. In Indonesian, they call it kalimat berita, which is a sentence used to convey information in positive way. Now, let's take a look at some example of affirmative sentence. The first is, Sil love reading novels. The second example, they are studying for their exam. The third, the sun rises in the east. And the last example is, we have finished our homework. So, from the example, we know that the sentence all give us clear information without any negative word. They simply state facts or opinion. So that is for the affirmative sentences. Let's move to the next speaker.
Now we will talk about a negative sentence. So the definitions of this type of sentence is essential for communication as it allows individuals to reject statements, express disagreement, or indicate the lack of something. It is commonly used in both spoken and written language to provide clarity, contrast, and emphasis in various contexts. Next, there is a characteristic of negative sentence. So the first expresses denial or absence, uses specific negative words for the examples like no, not, known, nobody, nowhere, and etc. And next, there is changes the meaning of a positive and then requires auxiliary verbs in some cases. Yeah, so negative sentence require auxiliary like to be or modals. For examples like I am not be able to attend this meeting, for example. And then yeah, something kind of like that. And then for models like you must not use your phone during the exams. Yeah. Okay, next to the characteristic can be used in any tense like simple tense, past tense, and future tense. And the last helps in expressing provocations or refusal. So I would like to give you more examples of negative sentence. So there is no milk in the fridge, and then he never eats spicy food. Nobody knows the answer to this question. She doesn't like coffee. He did not go to the party last night. And I will not lend you my car. Yeah. So, in my opinion, the conclusion is negative sentence express denial, absence, or refusal using specific negative words and auxiliary verbs. They help in rejecting statements, indicating prohibitions, and ensuring clear communications. So, let's move to next presentations.
Now, let's dive deeper for interrogative sentence by understanding their definition, characteristics, and types. An interrogative sentence is a type of sentence that asks a question. It is used to request information, clarify doubts, or even engage in conversations. Unlike declarative sentence that makes statements, interrogative sentence always expect for a response. Now let's move on to the characteristics of interrogative sentence. There are some key characteristics of interrogative sentence. First, they usually begin with a helping verb or a question word. Second, they end with a question mark. And the third, they require an answer, whether in the confirmation word, in the confirmation form, or detailed informations. And then let's move on to the types of questions. Interrogative sentence can be classified into different types. The two main types are yes or no questions and WH questions. Yes or no questions is a question that can be answered with a simple yes or no. These are questions typically begin with an auxiliary verb such as do, does, is, are, can. For example, do you like ice cream? Or is it raining outside? The response to these questions is either affirmative or negative. And then the WH questions. The WH questions, on the other hand, require more than a simple yes or no answer for confirmation. They begin with question words like who, what, where, when, why, and how. These questions seek specific information. For instance, where do you live or why are you late? The answer of these questions provides more detail instead of just confirmation or denial. So, as we can see, interrogative sentence play a crucial role in communication by helping us gather information, express curiosity, and maintain conversations. Now, let's move on to the next presentation.
Okay, after Marsha explained about interrogative sentence, now we move to talk about imperative and exclamatory sentence. So I would like to explain about imperative sentence first. What is the definition of imperative sentence? Imperative sentence is used to give command, instruction, request, or suggestion. The characteristic of imperative sentence: first, usually doesn't explicitly state the subject because the subject is you or implied. The second, use the base form or bare infinitive of the verb. The third, can be positive or can be negative. The fourth is may end with an exclamation mark for emphasis. The example word for imperative sentence for positive forms is like please open the window. For negative forms, do not touch the hot pen. Next, I would like to explain about exclamatory sentence. What is the definition of exclamatory sentence? Exclamatory sentence is a sentence that expresses strong emotion such as excitement, surprise, anger, or sadness. It usually ends with an exclamation mark. The characteristic of exclamatory sentence: the first is often contain words like what or how to express the feelings. The second is always end with an exclamation mark. The third can be a full sentence or just a short phrase. Okay, so use of exclamation mark is to emphasize emotions in an exclamatory sentence, often used in spontaneous speech or emotional expressions. For example, word for exclamatory sentence is like what a beautiful day with exclamation mark, how amazing this place is with exclamation marks, and last is I can't believe it with exclamation marks. I think that's all for my explanation. Now we can move to the conclusion section.
Alright, after understanding the different types of sentence based on their function, we can clearly see how each one plays a crucial role in effective communications, both in writing and speaking. Now, we've reached the final part of the presentations, which is the conclusion. Understanding the different types of sentence based on their function is essential for effective communications in both writing and speaking. Each type, affirmative, negative, interrogative, imperative, and exclamatory, serve a specific purpose in conveying message clearly. By mastering this type, we can express thought and idea more accurately, improve our ability to ask and answer questions effectively, give commands, make requests, and express emotions appropriately. In summary, knowing how to use different sentence types will enhance our overall English proficiency and communication skills. Keep practicing to become more confident in using them. And that brings us to the end of our presentations. On behalf of Laksa Group, thank you for your time and attentions. We truly appreciate it and apologize for any shortcomings. We hope our presentations was helpful and insightful. Thank you.